Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. This is the 5th Wednesday of the month, which usually makes for a pretty small week, but this week there's lots and lots of big titles to talk about. Going to start with the DC guys. Doesn't get any bigger than this one. This is Man of Steel #1. This is the first of a new weekly series from a guy named Brian Michael Bendis. He's jumped ship from Marvel. Now he's taken over all the super books at DC. He had a little bit in Action 1000, and now it's all rolling out. So if you want to see what's going on, what he's got in store for the Big Blue, this is your chance to jump in from the very beginning. Everybody knows I'm a big Superman fan. Been waiting for that one. Batman, Prelude to the Wedding. This is one everybody's been waiting for. Always fun to see Damian taking on his grandpa. Fun times there. There's going to be a few of these Prelude to the Wedding one-shots rolling out. Different Bat friends fighting different Bat villains as we get closer to Batman #50 in the big wedding issue. Everybody's super excited about, well, anything Tom King's doing and everything Bat-related. No Justice, #4. Finishes off the Justice League No Justice stuff that's been running. A lot going on in this book. It's pretty much going to reinvent the Justice League titles, the Teen Titans titles. A lot going on in these guys. This one's been weekly as well, so if you've been out of it for a little while, or if you've missed any of these, you're going to want to grab all 4. Fun stuff going on there. And is there any comic bigger than this one? You've all been waiting for it. You've all been bugging me about it. Where's Doomsday Clock? Well, here it is. Latest issue of Doomsday Clock. This is #5. I didn't want to show you the other cover. It's super awesome. Well, not like this one isn't super awesome. Can't say enough about this book. If you don't know what this is, if you don't know what's going on, you're going to want to grab that #1 and catch up. A little like No Justice, there's a lot going on in this book and have huge ramifications throughout the DCU. Get in on Doomsday Clock. And 5th Wednesdays are always about annuals and one-shots and specials. This is Green Arrow Annual #2. Sort of fills out the week on these 5th Wednesdays when they don't know what to send, so they send Green Lanterns annuals. Annuals are always fun, double-sized, self-contained one-shots for the most part. If you like the character, you get some extra stories. If you don't follow the regular book, it's your chance to jump in and see what goes on without committing to the title. Fun stuff. But some of the DC ones I've been waiting to get to, like I say, these 5th Wednesdays are always good for events and specials. This is some DC meets Hanna-Barbera round 2. Got some Aquaman and Jabberjaw. Got some Black Lightning and Hong Kong Phooey. That's the one I've been waiting for. Love me some Hong Kong Phooey. Got some Flash and Speed Buggy. Or Super Sons and Dynomutt and Blue Falcon. How awesome is that? Mentioned Dynomutt and Blue Falcon last week with the Scooby-Doo team-up. Awesome seeing them back teaming up with the Super Sons. There's a trade paperback for the last round of DC meets Hanna-Barbera. There's a trade paperback for DC meets Looney Tunes. Can't recommend those books enough. Can't recommend all of these mashups enough. You know I've been talking up all the Hanna-Barbera stuff for a long time. Grab those trades, grab these issues. It's super, super awesome stuff. Don't want to say anything about it. Don't want to oversell it too much, but they're really awesome, really unique stuff. Pick them up. Speaking of something you got to pick up, moving on to the Marvel guys, this huge $10 behemoth is Amazing Spider-Man #800. You know, we've been talking a lot about Action Comics 1000 and a lot of these legacy books. Well, it doesn't get any bigger than Amazing Spider-Man. Doesn't get any bigger than #800. Everybody already has this book on their list. Everybody already knows about the Red Goblin stuff that's just been some of the biggest stuff in comics. Well, this is the huge wrap-up to the whole thing. Dan Slott is wrapping up his tenure on Amazing Spider-Man. Well, like I say, this one's probably already on your list. Been talking it up for a long time with these Alex Ross covers, and just what a great job they've been doing with that book. Really, really excellent. Renew Your Vows, your other Amazing Spider-Man title. This one might be flying under your radar. If you're a Spider-Man fan, this is sort of an alternate universe, sort of future take on the Spider family. It's a lot of fun, and if you're a Spider fan, grab that first trade. Catch up. Volume 3 trade is out this week for some Spider reading. Spider-Gwen rounds out your spider stuff for the week. Everybody's always looking for a new issue of Spider-Gwen. Infinity Countdown, Captain Marvel mashes up two huge things right now. Can't say enough about how popular all this Infinity Countdown, Infinity anything from Marvel is right now. All kinds of folks pouring out of the movie theater. What sort of Infinity comics do you have? Well, this one is an Infinity comic with Captain Marvel in it. She's the next big Marvel media extravaganza. Enough said on that. Marvel 2-in-1 number 6 is my book of the week, unless you count the aforementioned Man of Steel. You know I've been talking a lot about this book. You know I'm super excited about the return of the Fantastic Four. Can't say enough about this title. Grab the first issue to see what it's all about. Always cool to see the Thing taking on Doctor Doom. I mean, come on, that's just doesn't get any more classic Marvel than that. X-Men Blue and X-Men Red annual, because Marvel gets in on the annual gig too during these fifth Wednesdays. Daredevil, another one of Marvel's bigger titles. Been encouraging you guys to get into Daredevil for a long time. You can go all the way back to the Frank Miller stuff. You can go back to the Kevin Smith stuff, Bendis, Brubaker, Mark Waid, Sewell. Some of Marvel's top talent's been working on this book for a long time. So if you've been watching the show, pick up the book because it's awesome. Miss Marvel rounds out your Marvel stuff proper, but I got one more to talk about. Lando, Double or Nothing. I saw Han Solo when it came out. I really liked it. I am obviously a huge Star Wars fan. Been encouraging you guys to check out all the different Star Wars stuff. There were 5 Star Wars books last week, all the main titles. This is the first issue of the new miniseries. If you like the movie as much as I do, you love Lando as much as I do, you're going to want to get up on this. Super, super awesome. Marvel's done a great job with their Star Wars stuff. Good week for all the other guys, too. Blackwood. It's your only Dark Horse book of the week. This is something by Evan Dorkin. If you don't know who Evan Dorkin is, you got to Google that and pick up everything he's ever done, because the guy is one of comics' most unique talents. I want to mention this because I talk a lot about Mignola. I talk a lot about a lot of things that Dark Horse does, but they do a lot more than just the licensed property stuff and Hellboy stuff. They do a lot of creator comics, good old school style fun. Great week for the Image guys. Saga, I'm always saying if there's a book bigger than Walking Dead, it might be Saga. Another thing I also say, similar to Walking Dead, if you guys are only following this in trade paperback, you should catch up with those trades and then catch up to the periodicals. Periodicals are just more fun, and you don't have to wait like 6 months for them to get the trade out. So catch up to Saga Volume 8 and then pick up the periodicals, because it's great to get to those last page endings. Descender might be your Image book of the week along with Saga, unless you've been reading Kill or Be Killed from my man Ed Brubaker. I love anything from Ed Brubaker, but my Image book of the week is Stray Bullets, because I love me some David Lapham, and I never miss an opportunity to talk up some Stray Bullets. This is one of the most messed up books in comics, so it is not for the faint of heart, but if you like stuff that's not superhero, then give Stray Bullets a shot. Grab the compendium of the whole first series, grab the first trade paperback of the current series, or just jump into the latest issue to see what I'm always talking about with the awesomeness of David Lapham. Kiss in the Army of Darkness. It's my Dynamite book of the week because I love the hottest band in the land. The Crow is my IDW book of the week because it's super awesome to see the Crow back in comics. It's more than just a movie star. There's some really, really great comics from the Crow. Pick up the original trade paperback that's back in print. Check out this current series. Really, really great stuff. Kong of Skull Island. It's my Boom Studios book of the week. It's a big double-sized one-shot special. Like all the other guys, like I've been saying, that's what you get on these fifth Wednesdays. You get cool one-shot specials. So if you're not following these main series, you can taste test them with something super bonus. Never miss an opportunity to talk about anything that's got a giant gorilla on it. And speaking of gorillas, Jughead, my main man Jughead. Jughead the Hunger. I guess in this case he's more of a werewolf, so that wasn't much of a segue. But I love me some Jughead. I love everything that Archie has been doing, like Vampironica. Archie's doing it all these days. They've got the all ages stuff, they've got horror stuff, they've got your teens stuff, they've got Riverdale stuff. If you're an Archie fan like I am, there's lots of great stuff to choose from. If you're not an Archie fan, you should really check out some of the great stuff that they're doing. It will really surprise you. It's not just the Archie that you know and love. It's also much more than that. You can start with this Vampironica. That's awesome. Not a lot of all ages stuff today, but Marvel's got Marvel Superhero Adventures #1, the first issue of a new all ages series. Like I say, not a ton of all ages stuff coming at you this week, but always encouraging you guys to take a trip through the all ages section. All the publishers do a great job with the all ages stuff. It's not just kid stuff. There's great art, great stories for you, for the little ones, for anybody. They call it all ages because it's all of us. Fun stuff. I want to mention real quick that this weekend is another San Jose Super Toy Show. It's a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. We're not setting up this time, but we'll be out there scoring some cool books and having a good time. Hope to see you out there. It's always a fun show. So we always encourage you to get out and support your local comic shows. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at black-cat-comics.com. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our cool YouTube channel. Check out the podcast at soundcloud.com. Or just get on down here to the good old brick and mortar in Rock and Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.